in studio to talk Arizona Cardinals, who lead the West. You think Kyler Murray, a former number one, you think the guy they go out and get this year in the first round, Marvin Harrison Jr., and you're thinking, man, they're going to zip it all over the place. But they're creating an identity and an approach that's probably very, very different from what people might have thought. What are you seeing with them?
I mean, even me, when I watch them, what I am expecting. I'm expecting Kyler Murray. Hey, he grew up in the spread offense. That's why Cliff Kingsbury wanted to draft him when he drafted him. And, that's what you're expecting. But, no, we're getting, way back in the day, Washington, GY counter power gap scheme run game. That's what they're doing because they have the backs that can hit it downhill. And then off of that is that power run game, gap scheme stuff. But no, now we're getting this shorter quarterback, but a guy that can really get to the perimeter and be a threat on the perimeter, and we're getting him easy throws. This is turning into a team that, hey, we want to play good defense, but we also are going to, we're going to pound the football, and we're going to do it with our quarterback under center. So as I'm watching them, I'm thinking, this even just looks different with Kyler under center. His rookie year, under center, 7% of the time. So far this season, 27% of his snaps are under center. This is a guy that I think took less than 5 snaps under center in college. Mm-hmm. They're just changing how they're playing football, and I actually think it fits him, and it certainly fits the team.
Again,
Yep, and I 1,000% agree, and I've been trying to bang this drum, and I want to get back to when they had Kyler's stats on board. Let's see if I can get it real fast. There it is. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, this right here, okay, is what I have been screaming for the Arizona Cardinals to do, right? 13 for 20. This is the bread and butter. 154 yards. I don't know why they highlighted sacks there. I mean, they didn't really get to them. I know they got 3 sacks, but it was only off of 5 or 6 pressures. And it really didn't have much of an effect in the game. I think they really dealt with that pretty well. So I don't know why that's highlighted. I guess they just wanted another number there. Or, I don't know. So use passer rating then or something. But this is the approach. I've kept saying that the Cardinals are so reliant on Kyler Murray having a big game, a cartoonish level game where he's running around in circles, throwing the ball all over the field. And it was unless he does that, then they don't win, right? It was so live and die by Kyler Murray. But when you can develop an identity and an offensive approach and game plan around saying, you know what, our really quick, dynamic, smart, quarterback, we're only going to ask him to throw 20, 23, 24 times, right? We're going to be really strategic with our shots down the field. We're going to get him some easy throws, and we are going to dominate the run game with 213 rushing yards. That is the formula. That is absolutely, positively the formula. Quite frankly, it could be the formula for 85% of the teams out there. So it's not really that earth-shattering. But for some reason, again, look what the Bears did. 22 for 41. I mean, they asked a rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, to throw more than double what Kyler Murray did. I mean, it's just kind of bonkers when you think about it. And I don't care what the score is. This whole idea of if you're down a little bit, you got to do it. That's not the way it works. But the truth is that the Bears were making average and bad teams look not good at all. They were able to kind of dig deep and really kind of get some pretty impressive wins. And the Cardinals were yeah, but we're not that. We're not bad. Don't put us on the level of the Jags or the Panthers or the Titans. No, we're a legitimate team with a legitimate quarterback, right? With legitimate game plans. We actually play to win these games. And quite frankly, the way they've played, even a loss versus the Lions weeks ago, at this point, it was a pretty long time ago. Even that loss has aged better, quite frankly. So I really think the Cardinals are in a fascinating spot. If we can, let's see, if we can look at, I want to see, I think they had the standings come up in a second. Where is it? There it is. Right? They are in this big time, right? They're leading. They're 2-0 in the division, right? They're in the driver's seat right now which is a pretty great place to be in. I confess, I'll be really honest. I do think the Rams are going to be a legitimate threat. And I think the 49ers, as long as they can continue to get healthy, especially with getting Christian McCaffrey back, they too will also. So it's going to be really interesting to see how open is, at the very least, the wild card spot. Is this going to be a situation that it's kind of like you have to win the division, and if you don't win the division, then there's just no chance at winning the wild card? Like, we don't really know how the season's going to unfold at this point. But I think at the very minimum, the Cardinals should be in the driver's seat based off of like very quick math and memory of how these teams are, how these games are unfolding. They should be at least competitive in the wild card as well. Like, they should be in the driver's seat, with regards to that. But I just really think that if the Cardinals can stay focused, if they cannot lose this identity here, because we've seen this team, honestly, but also other teams where it's like they figure out what works for them and then they randomly just abandon it. And it's just like, what are you doing? Right? Like, I don't want to see the next game versus the Jets have Kyler Murray now throw the ball 38 times, right? It's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to, well, they took away the run game. They couldn't really establish the run and this. It's like I don't want to hear that. I really don't. Teams have been able to play the Jets very competitively and beat the Jets, right? So it's like the Jets is a completely winnable game, no question about it. I mean, the Cardinals could absolutely just be sitting here at 6-4. And then again, it's just like they're already 2 games ahead of everyone else. And it's just, it just puts them in a great spot. So I just think that if they can stay focused, if they can understand what they've kind of found here and use this as a template to kind of approach their games moving forward, I think there can be in a great situation. This game I just found so encouraging, because it was really like it was really kind of the first game for me that I was like, it feels like they finally understand how to maximize this team, how to maximize Kyler Murray, which is, like I said, it's what I've been screaming for since like week 1, 2, or 3, right? It's just like, this is the game plan. Stop just trying to put everything on Kyler Murray. Stop where it's like, if Kyler Murray doesn't ball out, then you have no chance. And it's just to see them be able to attack it from this, from this direction, I just find incredibly encouraging. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Arizona Cardinals? Do you think they're the team to beat for the NFC West, or do you think it's going to tighten up as the weeks go on? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.